Guys, GPU mining is different this time, and we're going to look at why. Now, the same thing is going to follow suit when it comes to CPU mining, but unlike GPU mining, CPUs never really had a core coin to deal with. If we look back into 2021, we were all mining Ethereum, and that was a core-based coin that had a bull run, and that is not happening anymore. I know when Ethereum did move to proof of stake, everyone's like, don't worry, there's going to be another Ethereum. GPU mining will be back. Well, guess what? It's not happening, not going to happen. It is a totally different scenario now. And as much as we don't want to talk about Ethereum anymore, it still plays a major role into what happened in 2021 versus what everything is looking like right now. And that is saying GPU mining is pretty much dead here. So what's going on? Now, when it does come to GPU mining, that seems to be one of the most popular ways to mine cryptocurrencies. Why? Because a lot of people, they're fairly easy to get, they're easy to build out and expand with, and it's one of the best ways to have decentralization on a network. Now, yes, the bull run is starting. We're seeing some major price action happen on Bitcoin, but we're not really seeing most of the altcoins go up, and when they do go up a little, 15, 20%, there's still no profitability out there. So what it does boil down to is when it comes to consumer grade hardware, GPUs or CPUs, we're not going to see the bull run that we've seen in 2021 with Ethereum. I know what you're thinking, but Rabid, what do you mean no bull run? We're seeing a bull run, but pretty soon the bull run will come in, everything will be great, and all things are going to be awesome, and profitability is going to be through the moon. No, it's not. What we're going to see is an altcoin season, and there's going to be a bunch of pump and dump coins. I don't care what they are. Who's going to tell you it's going to keep going higher? But all they are is literally pumps and dumps, and you're going to have your bags all ready to go. Hash rate's going to flood in like crazy, but there's still no coin that can support all this hardware. So let's have a look 4 years ago at what the mining profitability looked at the exact same time in the cycle. And here's a video from Red Panda Mining November 12th of 2020. So that is, about last week, 4 years ago here. And look at an RTX 580 rig, 6 of them mining. I'm just going to fast forward it a little bit here. And we can see that this rig on Ethereum would be making $5.26 before power costs at 10 cents per kilowatt hour. That's making $3.39. That is 6 RX 580s, which was pretty darn good. And obviously this is before Ethereum and everything really started pumping up. But look at Kapow here. 580 rig is making 98 cents profit after power here. We have ETC is making $3.40. It's actually making more than what Ethereum was at the time. And then we have NiceHash, ETH here is at $3.49. We also got Haven Protocol here at $1.44. We're seeing profit right across the board, which is pretty nice to see here, but we're not really seeing that now. Now we fast forward to today, looking at the same rig, 6 RX 580s, which is obviously way outdated hardware. At this point in time, they're pretty much obsolete, but we can see you're only making 49 cents if you had free power. You're actually negative 39 cents if you had 10 cents per kilowatt hour. So you're not really making anything on these anymore. Not even the free power, you're not making anything. 40 cents for 6 GPUs with free power. Yes, it's profitable, but is it a good idea? I guess that's totally up to you. So why was GPU mining so profitable back then? And it comes down to understanding emissions of coins as well as hardware online. And here we can go looking back, coming into November of 2020, which is September, October, November. So coming in here, we're around 285 terahash online. So obviously still not much hash rate there because the price of Ethereum at the time was only sitting around, it's coming in November here, around $461. And what happened shortly after that? Obviously the price started spiking and things like that. So if we go back to 4 years ago right now, when it was about $480, Ethereum was paying $6.4 million. So at 285 terahash online, 3060 Ti's weren't available yet, but they did release about a month or two after that, about the same time frame as 5090s to release this year. But point is, 61 mega hash at the time, if that's what you had, was only making about $1.38. Yes, that's before power costs and stuff, but obviously that's a lot better than what we're seeing now. But the major thing is what happened just a few months later. So as we come into November here, Ethereum really starts taking off here. Now we're sitting here on the 5th month, which is about May or so of 2021. And this is when mining profitability really starts exploding. People are talking about it all over the place, and mad FOMO to buy rigs and stand in line. There's a GPU shortage. Everyone's buying every GPU they can possibly get their hands on because mining profitability is picking up. Word of mouth does take, a couple weeks to a month to go, and then it just parallels from there, and everything was just literally exploding. So now moving forward, we're sitting about $3,948 Ethereum. We're coming into here. Network hash rate has been going up and stuff. And looking at the $3,948 Ethereum, this is the same network hash rate. So I guess I'm going to have to adjust that a little bit here. So let's just take a look at May. So we're just coming into May of 2021. Scrolling down, April. May is right about in here. So 639 terahash. So we're going to put 639 terahash into this point right here. 639. And here we can see at this point, Ethereum is now paying people $53 million per 24 hours. That is so much money going out to the crypto miners out there. That's looking like an RTX 3060 Ti, a single one at 61 mega hash is making over $5 a day, which is pretty insane. And a lot of people had at least 20 GPUs at this time. So if you take 5 times that by 20, a 20 GPU farm on 3060 Ti's is making $100 a day right now. Like, profitability was absolutely insane. Now, this is a major deal here because unlike altcoins and stuff that we're mining now, look at Ethereum. Price went up and it stayed high for over a year, just like what Bitcoin did. This is, in fact, it didn't start dropping here. Well, actually, whenever mining did die on it. So when did mining die? It looks like September of 2022. So yeah, we had all the way till 2022 here, over a year of solid mining profits. We had a full-fledged bull run, just like Bitcoin, where the price goes up, it keeps spiking, and it remained high for over a year. This is a bull run happening right here. And on top of that, because Ethereum was paying so much money, at the peak, it was paying over $62 million per 24 hours. This allowed 95% or even more of that to absorb all that hardware. 95% plus of all the GPUs purchased from the silicone shortages. Ethereum had over 10 million GPUs on it, so many. And that allowed for Raven coin and other coins to also be profitable at the time, because if Ethereum just died all of a sudden, all that would actually become non-profitable, which we saw happen right at the merge. Is once you couldn't mine Ethereum anymore, the GPU spread out thinking there's going to be more profit everywhere. And even though coins were at all-time highs, you're still making negative because the hash rate was too damn high. Now, let's just get an idea of the current coins we are mining. Now, you could consider ETC if it pumps high enough. GPUs could go back onto it, but I consider an ASIC algorithm, ETH hash and ETC hash at this point, especially the way the new Jazz miners and stuff are hashing. GPUs can't compete with that. GPUs can't even compete with the 4-year-old Apollo miners at this point, because they are a lot more efficient than GPUs when it comes to this. But, so I'm going to leave these ones out, but you could, if you really wanted to, you could add in $353,000 per day currently right now. Remember, we're trying to compare this to Ethereum at this same time. $6.4 million is what we were getting 4 years ago at this time in the cycle leading up. Everything was profitable. But right now, with ETC even, that's only 353,000. So then you can add that up. Octa.Space is the next 5th largest coin here at 86,000. Raven coin seeing a nice pump here. It's up 15%, looking nice. It's only paying $84,000, guys, per 24 hours here. We can see Conflux is at $56,000. We can see Chlorus sitting at $38,000. We got, what else do we have? We have Flux here at $32,000. Ergo is at $21,000. The point here is, guys, every GPU mineable coin, and there's a crap ton of them out there, but they could all be at the all-time high at the exact same time, and they're not even going to equal to half of what Ethereum was right now at the last part of the cycle, meaning we're not really going to have any profitability. So now let's kind of take a look at some coins that we're mining these days and what to actually expect. We're mining pumps and dumps that I mentioned earlier. That is what an altcoin season, not a bull run like we've seen with Ethereum and what we do see with Bitcoin. Price pumps and it stays high. It starts absorbing all this hash rate, opens up the floodgates so other coins can be profitable as well. That is not happening. What we have is altcoins that are literally dead until they're pretty much not dead. You know, all the money's going to start pumping into them, and they're going to be a quick spike. You know, they're going to pump from anywhere 2 weeks to maybe a month or two, and then they're just going to be straight up dead again. While this happens, everyone's going to be moving their hash rate onto this coin, and your yields are going to drop severely. And depending on how many people find out about it and how fast, you could be at the all-time high, and there's not enough revenue and emissions to support all the hardware, so you could be mining the peak of this coin and still be in the negatives. That's how bad it could get here. So you're going to want to have your bags already. You know, we're not going to be able to set it and forget it on a coin like Ethereum like we did in the last cycle. It is different this time. We're mining a pump and dump coin. Let's move on to, say, Raven coin for an example. Now we're coming into here, and we can see if we look at the high, it was the exact same thing. Not much going on. Then all of a sudden it spikes. As coin spikes, everyone talks about it. Network hash rates really start exploding. Next thing you know, you're not making anything anymore. The point here is you got to have your bags already prepared and ready to go, because all these always happen before Bitcoin pumps. So at this point, you're probably going to mine your coins, and then what I would do is convert everything to Bitcoin. Once the pumps start happening, start selling, convert to Bitcoin, and wait for the second run up, which is Bitcoin. Usually happens at the end of the year, right around in this stage here. And we can see the altcoins, 99% of them do pump before Bitcoin hits its all-time high, and then all that money kind of flows back. And I think that's what actually causes Bitcoin's major highs, because all the altcoin money is now flowing into the Bitcoin side. All right, guys, so hopefully that kind of cleared the air to make you guys understand exactly how this is working now. You know, we don't have a coin like we did with Ethereum to just set it and forget our hardware on. Obviously, we didn't do that on CPUs, but CPU mining is exactly like how GPU mining is. It's a lot of work. There's no set it and forget it coins. You constantly got to be on top of things. Think what could pump, what might not. You know, Kaspa did get a nice, actually CPUs got it before GPUs here, but you know, there's still a lot of money to be had on GPUs, CPUs, and you know, consumer grade hardware out there. It just takes a lot of work. Kaspa's a prime example. It started on the CPUs, quickly moved over to GPUs, and then it went to ASICs. But all the emissions happened in the first two stages of the coin, so you could got massive bags of it, and you're hodling. Hopefully it hits $1 and stuff like that. But you know, obviously we're not mining Kaspa anymore. It's all on ASICs at this point, and we got our bag out of it. But again, we never got to leave our coins on it. And the same thing with Lithium. It was on GPUs before it got ran over to ASICs. Same with Radiant, and that's just, you know, the way it goes when it comes to this. So the point here is, you know, you got to be on top of your game. You got to do a lot more work. Crypto mining is harder than it used to be. So, you know, for people just first looking into it, it is an awesome hobby. You can get a lot of stuff done. But back in 2021 or 2020, if you see older videos or something, it's not that simple. It's not as profitable as it was, and it's a lot harder than it used to be. And as much as you guys keep telling me, I know Ethereum's gone, stop talking about Ethereum. Everyone wants Ethereum to go away, you know, quit talking about it. But the point is, it still haunts us today. And a lot of you guys got to realize why it's haunting us and why it did. Ethereum is the reason that GPU mining is no longer profitable. From the FOMO charge, all the hash rate coming, and now we have coins that literally suck in market caps and emissions compared to what Ethereum did. Yeah, there's some great coins emerging. A lot of them are going to do some great things. We're going to see price pumps. But like, even if these coins hit all-time high, example, you know, Flux is under $1 right now. Last cycle it pumped to like a little over $3, but Flux at $500 to $1,000 is still not going to be profitable for GPU miners out there when the hash rate hits. That's how bad mining is right now, even though we could see some stupid high amazing pumps. So it comes down to tokenomics, coin emissions, network hash rates, and there's still just too much damn hardware out there, guys. So that leads us up to, you know, obviously you got to have your bag already. Wait for that coin to pump, and then yes, you'll be making a massive amount of money. But just coming in right now, maybe you're new and you don't have a big bag. Don't expect stupid high profitabilities. Don't expect it to last. And I'm sorry, guys, I'm you know, not coming out all pumped up saying, yes, GPU mining is back and all this. I totally hope I'm wrong. But the sad truth is it's not coming back this cycle. This is going to be a reset for GPUs. I feel after people finally realize that, holy crap, there is no Ethereum ever coming back. None of these coins can handle this hardware. People will finally quit. And then next cycle, we may begin to see GPU mining finally coming back. So there we go, guys. You know, that pretty much does wrap up this video. GPU mining is 100% different this time. You got to do a lot more work. I really don't think it's coming back. Yes, we're going to see coins pump. Yes, we're going to see crazy spikes. But no, we are not going to see anything like we did last cycle when it came to profitability. Your coins should already be in your bags, and you should just be getting ready to dump them when they do start popping off. And each one's going to start popping off at different times, and there's nothing that's really going to keep GPUs profitable through the entire cycle of this. It's just going to be every month, pump, 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 dump, 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 dump. And that's about it. So thank you for watching this video, guys. I'll see you on the next one. Rabid out.